Hello friends, we have again come with another video lecture of pedigree analysis which is in the syllabus of class 12 and also in the competitive medical entrance examinations. So friends, this is another video. If you have not seen my previous video, please do like and subscribe my channel so that you can again get this type of videos again and again. Okay, so let's go ahead with the pedigree analysis. I think you know everything about pedigree analysis till now. The signs and symbols, all of you, isn't it? Coming to the symbols used over here, we use square for males, the circle for females, and this diamond type of structure for sex unspecified. Now here, this is the line of marriage. The horizontal line is the line of marriage or line of mating. This is a single mating shown here. Now here, double horizontal line are shown. Double horizontal line means consanguineous mating. That means if the ancestors of both the parents are the same, that means the male and female both have the same ancestors, both are descendants of the same ancestry, then we call it a consanguineous mating. Now this is the line of descent. Descent means from here the vertical line comes out. This is the line of offspring and this is the line of sibship. Now these are diseased or dead. If the male or female are cut from here, then we call them deceased or dead. Now individuals with traits or individuals with diseases are totally colored, means totally shaded. These are individuals with traits. For dizygotic twins or fraternal twins, we use this kind of symbols. They may be one male, one female. They may be one female, one male, or they may be two females, or they may be two males. This all things are possible for dizygotic twins. But in case of monozygotic twins, which appear from the same zygote, it is possible only for having two sons or two daughters, not between a son and a daughter. These are called monozygotic or identical twins. Now, what are the usefulness of a pedigree? A pedigree helps in the study of transmission of a particular trait to find the possibility of the presence or absence of the trait in the progeny. That is one. Next is useful for genetic counseling and advising the intending couples about having possibility of giving birth to children with genetic defects. So it's better to advise them not to have these genetic defects in future for their offsprings. Now let's come to one of the pedigrees. Now consider this pedigree. This is having small a, this is having capital A, small a. So this is represented by capital A. Capital A means dominant. This is a case of dominant pedigree. Now since we are representing it with the help of autosomes, this is called autosomal dominant. Now if we consider this capital A to be the cause of the trait or cause of the disease, then wherever we find this capital A, you will be seeing the diseased or trait. Now here also we are seeing a capital A, that means this is a diseased person. Here also capital A, that means a diseased person. Here also capital A, that means diseased person. In case of normal persons, we never find any capital A. Just look at over here. Both are small a, small a. Both are small a, small a. Have you seen all this? Small a. Small a means these are not affected or these are not the traits they are carrying. Now, the conditions are, if the trait is present in all generations, it's a dominant trait. If the trait is present in all generations, it's a dominant trait. Now see over here, it's present in all generations. Generation 1 also it's present, generation 2 also it's present, generation 3 also it's present. If the trait is present in all the generations, it's known as a dominant trait. Now if crisscross inheritance, what is crisscross inheritance? If the disease is passed from mother to son and then to granddaughter, or from father to daughter and then to grandson, then we call them crisscross inheritance. Now here mother is transferring to her daughter. This is not a crisscross inheritance. Here it is transferred to the son, but to the daughter also. But if it is transferred from mother to daughter, then we don't call it a crisscross inheritance. If crisscross inheritance is not present, it is not X-linked disease. So it is autosomal. You have to remember these things. If it is not a crisscross inheritance, it is not X-linked, so it is autosomal, and its dominant means present in all generations. So we come to the conclusion that it's a case of autosomal dominant. Now if the question is, the main thing is the question. If the question is, do all the affected children have at least one affected parent? Again I repeat, do all the affected children have at least one affected parent? If your answer is no, then it's a recessive trait. But if your answer is yes, then it's a dominant trait. We come to another type of pedigrees over here. Now this autosomes are the body chromosomes, we all know that. They are concerned with metabolic disorders. The body chromosomes means that 22 pairs of chromosomes that we are having. We are having 22 plus XX, that's a female, and 22 plus, this is 22 pairs, okay, 22 pairs, and XX is a female, and 22 pairs plus XY is a male. This is a male, this is a female. Now autosomes are these 22 pairs are autosomes which are responsible for all kinds of metabolic disorders. Now let the father be capital A small a and mother also be capital A small a. Now the possibilities of the offsprings are, there are three possibilities. One is capital A from here, capital A and small a from here, and small a from here. Now in these three possibilities, this one will be having metabolic disorder. Okay, this is, suppose it's a dominant trait, then this is a diseased person, this is also a diseased person, and this is not a diseased person. But if it's recessive, if the question is it is recessive, then only this one will be a diseased person. Others are not diseased, because if the question is a recessive, means the trait is recessive, then this dominant will suppress this recessive and that will not be a affected person. And here both are dominant, that means it is not a diseased person. Now regarding X-linked inheritance, the genes located in X chromosomes, for example in case of color blindness, the genes are always located in X chromosomes. Now this one is a carrier female, carrier for color blindness, XC, this is a carrier allele, and the male is normal male. Now if this carrier female marries a normal male, there are three options, means they are having two daughters and one son. This is XCX, that means similar to the mother's genotype, that means this is carrier, this is not affected. But the male is affected, because male is not having another X chromosome which can make this recessive. So in this case both are X, that means this daughter is completely normal, not even a carrier. For getting a disease, females should or must contain both the genes, multiple faulty genes, that means XC. That's very rare case. The males are much prone to the traits or disease if the trait is recessive. the males will be more affected. There are chances of males getting more affected if the trait is recessive. If the case is sex linked, then male passes on. In the case of autosomal, the males they pass on, mother passes on to the son if it's sex linked. Okay, if this is X linked or sex linked, then the mother will pass on to her son and father will pass on to her daughter, because this is X linked character. Mother's X chromosome passes to the son because the son gets Y chromosome from his father, and father's X chromosome comes to the daughter, though the daughter also gets another X chromosome from the mother. But if the father is affected and if he provides the defective X chromosome to the daughter may become diseased. So coming to another type of pedigree, this is colorblind XCY. This is a colorblind male. From here, if this is a colorblind male, this male marries a carrier female. Now they are getting 4 offsprings over here. XY, X from here and Y from here, it is unaffected. Now XCY, that means X is carrying the color blindness, it is affected. XCX, this will be a carrier, and XC and here XC, it will be affected female. This is very rare case. Okay, remember this. Now what are the catchy words? That means what are the tricks? You have to remember, in case of X-linked dominant traits, all the daughters of the affected father will be affected. This is very, very important. Very, very important to know. And second point is, the traits are never transferred from father to son. In case of X-linked recessive, the males are more affected than females. The traits are never transferred from father to son, always transferred from mother to son or father to daughter. In case of autosomal dominant, they don't skip any generation, means they will be present in all the generations. And here the affected parents may not have affected children. In case of autosomal recessive, unaffected parent can have affected offspring. This is another vital point for autosomal recessive, because unaffected parent can have affected offspring. You may be thinking that parents are unaffected, but how can they get affected offspring? It's possible. If the mother is carrier, it's possible. Now another thing is, they skip generations. Now here we have given the examples pedigree for this. Now see here, the skipping of generations you can find over here. Now this is a diseased mother marrying a normal male. Now here the son is affected, daughters are not affected. Here the parents are not affected, but the children are affected. Unaffected parents can have affected offsprings. Here you are seeing this. Here also you can find this. Unaffected parents are having affected children. Now here they are unaffected, but in the next generation they get affected. That means they skip generations. So we get both the points over here. Now this is another pedigree. Now here affected parents may not have affected children. These are affected parents, this is unaffected children, unaffected child. So affected parents may not have affected children, and they don't skip any generations. This is a autosomal dominant. Now this one, this is a odd pedigree. Just look at here. Just look over here. Now here you won't find any such thing, means male and female are all affected and there is no transfer from father to son. So what is their uniqueness about this pedigree? The uniqueness you can find over here, this one, up, look over here. Now all the daughters they are having 4 daughters in the next generation. So affected father affects all the daughters. Again you can see in another thing, the affected father does not affect the son but affects the daughter. If the father transfers to all the daughters, then we come to the conclusion that it is X-linked dominant trait, because here you can see all the daughters of the affected father will be affected. It's very, very important. So this pedigree is a type of X-linked dominant pedigree. There is no transfer from father to son over here, always from father to daughter. There's a question over here, a problem. A disease appears in the progeny due to a recessive gene. Now mark this point, this is a recessive gene. If the disease is transferred by a recessive gene, find out what will be the genotypes of the family members. Now if it's a recessive gene, it has to be in homozygous condition. That means small a, small a. Now this can have either of the genotypes, either it can be capital A small a or it can be capital A capital A, because this is unaffected. Okay, this is also possible, this is also possible. Now thinking about this, we can find the genotype. This is unaffected. Unaffected means coming from here one, another one here. So capital A small a. This one is also unaffected, capital A small a. This one is also unaffected, we get capital A small a. This one affected. That means from here small a, from here small a. Now this is not possible, here you can see, because this kind of child is not possible if the genotype of the mother is this. Because if it was like this child would have got capital A from the mother, which it does not have. So this is not possible. The actual genotype of the mother is capital A small a. This is not affected, that means capital A small a. Here these are not affected, means capital A small a. Not affected, capital A small a. Here capital A and small a from here. And in this case small a small a. So all the genotypes are found. So that's it. I hope you have understood this time. Again with another pedigree analysis, means with little bit higher for your medical in the next video, which will be coming soon in this month itself. This month means not in this month, means coming month October. So please subscribe the channel if you haven't done, and please share this video to as many people as possible. Thank you very much.